Mardin City is a city in southeastern Turkey. The capital of Mardin province, it is known for the Art-Deco architecture of its old city, and for its strategic location on a rocky hill near the Tigris River that rises steeply over the flat plains. The old town of the city is under the protection of UNESCO, which forbids new constructions to preserve its facade. Hi everyone, welcome back into my channel. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up. In today's video we are going to explore the city of Mardin. The city survived into the Syriac Christian period as the name of Mount Izala, on which in the early 4th century AD stood the monastery of Nisibis, housing 70 monks. In the Roman period, the city itself was known as Merida or Merida, from a Neo-Aramaic language name translating to fortress. Between circa 150 BC and 250 AD it was part of the kingdom of Osrhoene, ruled by the Abgarid dynasty. Byzantine Izala fell to the Seljuks in the 11th century. During the Art-Deco period, many of Mardin's historic buildings were constructed, including several mosques, palaces, madrasas and khans. Mardin served as the capital of one of the two Art-Deco branches during the 11th and 12th centuries. The lands of the Artukid dynasty fell to the Mongol invasion sometime between 1235 and 1243, but the Artukids continued to govern as vassals of the Mongol Empire. During the medieval period, the town, which retained significant Assyrian and Armenian populations, became the center for episcopal sees of Armenian Apostolic, Armenian Catholic, Church of the East, Syriac Catholic, churches, as well as a stronghold of the Syriac Orthodox Church, whose patriarchal see was headquartered in the nearby Saffron Monastery from 1034 to 1924. In 1451 the Karakoyunlu besieged the castle of Mardin, damaging the city after their failed attempt to take the stronghold. About half a century later, in 1507, Ismail I of the Safavids succeeded to capture the city and the castle. A Venetian merchant who visited the town that same year wrote that there were still more Christian Armenians and Jews in the city than Muslims. In 1515, the city yielded to the Ottomans, who were bitter rivals of the Safavid dynasty, though the castle still remained under the control of Ismail I. 1 year later, the Ottomans under the leadership of Selim I besieged the city anew and eventually annexed it in 1517. The city experienced a relatively tranquil period under Ottoman rule, without any significant conflicts or plights. European travelers who visited the city in the late 18th and early 19th centuries gave highly variable estimates of the population, but generally indicate that Muslims, or Turks, were the largest group, with a sizable Armenian community and other minorities, while Arabic and Kurdish were the predominant languages. The period of peace was finally halted when the Ottoman Empire came into conflict with the Khedivate of Egypt. During this time the city came under the rule of insurgents associated with the Kurdish Milli clan. In 1835, the Milli tribe was subdued by the military troops of the Wali of Diyarbakir Ila, Razad Mehmed Pasha. During the siege the city's Great Mosque was blown up. And between 1847 and 1865 the city's population suffered from a notable cholera epidemic, with the exact number of fatalities not known. During World War I Mardin was one of the sites of the Assyrian and Armenian genocides. On the eve of World War I, Mardin was home to over 12,000 Assyrians and over 7,500 Armenians. In 1923, with the founding of the Republic of Turkey, Mardin was made the administrative capital of a province named after it. Many Assyrian survivors of the violence, later on, left Mardin for nearby Kamishli in the 1940s after their conscription in the Turkish military became compulsory. The city is located near the Syrian border and is the center of Mardin province. The old city is built mostly on the southern slope of a long hill topped by a rocky ridge. The slope descends towards the Mesopotamian plain. The top of the ridge is occupied by the city's historic citadel.